guys, Mary Ginger here. Today I am sharing with you my curriculum for the school year of 2019 to 2020. Alexis is going to be attending homeschool for the technically first time. So kindergarten is mandatory in my state, so she'll be taking kindergarten. But we will be using what my first grader needs to know. This is going to be our core book, and we will be doing lots of supplemental activities and things with it. So let's go ahead and show you what I got for books-wise. You've seen this one. I'm going to have her do a lot of readers. She already can read the first few chapters of this one,
which is Dick and Jane.
And it says, fun wherever we are. It is the collection. So that is one. And she can read, what is it, the first 3 readers? She can read the first 3 readers
Matt's
of Bob Books.
And Dot.
But we will also be continuing with the first set of Bob Books this year. And then we will be moving on to, I believe it's Miss Rhonda's readers. And oh, I can't wait. These are just so adorable. I can't wait for her to read these because I think that she's going to love them. I've been saving them until she's quite ready so she doesn't hate them because she's frustrated. So I'm so excited for these. And then I've got a couple of these ones. These were just thrift store finds. That was a flyby thing. We've got a bunch of Dr. Seuss here. These are going to be the easy readers, and I do expect her to be able to read these by the end of the year. She knows this one mostly by heart already. So the foot book, Mr. Brown Can Moo Can You. My favorite, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. See if you can figure out which one I named my dog after.
Which one?
I'll give you a hint. It starts with a C. Green eggs and ham. And this is her favorite. She got this one at the library. She loved it so much that we had to go buy one. And it is, I Can Read With My Eyes Shut. Alright, so that's not it for readers. I've got more readers and more readers.
And more readers.
Dinosaurs, 4 favorite stories.
Oh, here's another reader.
We love Lego in this household, so Lego City all aboard. On a Blue Hill, and this is actually a textbook, but it has some really great stories in it. I don't think she'll be able to read all of it, but we'll get as far as we can get in it. Step Into Reading, and this is Pixar's. So all of those she should be able to read. Well, not all of them, but almost all of them she should be able to read except for this one.
Wow, that
This is more of a reading comprehension, so it's got questions after each story, which is great. Alright, so next thing I wanted to share with you, as you'll see down here, we've got the supplies. And then over here is the blackboard. And I wanted to show you how I'm going to use this book.
She is gonna do lots of fun stuff with me. Just to let you know.
So we are going to do nursery rhymes again. We did a whole series of Mother Goose and nursery rhymes, but we're going to do them again. And some of them are familiar, some of them are new. And with each nursery rhyme, because we're going to do our literature block first. With each nursery rhyme, we're going to write it up here on the board, and then I'm going to explain the punctuation, the capitalization, apostrophes, that kind of thing, just to reinforce, just to teach it. What am I talking about? Just to teach it. So each day when we start, we haven't quite started yet. I have to mail in my letter of intent, and then we will go ahead and start. I do plan on starting this month in May. But I plan on doing one poem or nursery rhyme, and then also doing a short story, because this book has a whole list of short stories. So that's how we're going to start our literature for the day. Now, how I do the short stories, now I tell them. And we do a show with our peg dolls. So here is like a little sheep I crocheted. And let's see, what else? Lots of these are handmade because I do love the philosophy in Waldorf where you make your own toys. So I actually made this with a jigsaw paint. And yeah, I love it.
And this is a paper goat.
And that's the other thing I wanted to show you, the paper goats, because I didn't feel like making 7 goats. So I actually printed them out on cardstock and colored them. So if you don't want, or if your budget is restrictive, and if you don't think you're crafty enough, you can always do this. And then cut little notches here, little notches here, and a little notch here, and make a stand for them, and they're totally sufficient.
And if you don't have a flat floor, that's okay, because stands.
Not on our carpet, though.
We don't have a flat carpet.
So we've got a bunch of different little accessories. This is supposed to be a haystack for Little Boy Blue, which is our nursery rhyme on the board right now. This is the Little Pig's straw house. And this little horsey.
Mommy hot glued it.
Yep, cardboard and hot glue.
Oh, and
the door opens.
And outside sticks.
Yes, we actually got those sticks from our yard, didn't we? So this is how I am going to present the stories through all of our peg dolls. And this is just a small, teeny tiny collection of what we've made. And we will be moving on to geography unit. So for geography, we are going to go through my first atlas.
Oh, and
so we will do this whole book.
And we can look through it.
Absolutely. And then we'll probably also supplement with like YouTube videos on the different countries and things. It'll be really fun.
Oh.
But we'll be also doing the geography section in here. This is really short, but it's very thorough. Then we will be moving on to our history unit. And it's called World Civilization. And this one is really, it spans a long time. But, as you can see, I got my little post-it notes here. But it's really quick on each thing. So I guess later years you just go further in depth. Yeah, so we start off with Egypt. Start off with Egypt, and I do have some things for Egypt. Ancient history. This has a lot of little blips on the cultures that we're going to do. Like we're going to look at the Maya, the Inca, Egyptians. So hieroglyphs, we're going to go over and do that. Paper making, we have supplies for paper making. They're actually not on here, but that's okay because they're in a drawer. I'm not taking them out. So we will mummify an apple. That looked really fun and easy. I saw it from Pepper and Pine, and there's another video or a couple videos on YouTube as well. We're going to do the hieroglyphs that I showed you, and we're going to make paper like I already said. We're going to play, I don't know how to pronounce it, Senet, we're gonna make the game, and again, that was from Pepper and Pine. We'll just follow her directions on her blog. And we're gonna build a Lego pyramid. I wanna show you what I did here. I didn't wanna buy a set because, goodness, they're expensive, and there's only like one Lego pyramid set. So I pulled out the sand colored bricks that I had, and I made my own. It's just a mini tiny little thing. Here we go, and then flip it around.
It looks good.
Aw, thank you. And then I took pictures of how to do it so that she can build this pyramid, and I'll take it apart and everything. So she can build this pyramid when we are doing our Egyptian study. Egypt is going to take a while because they have a lot about that. And then we will be doing, I am a secular homeschooler, but is in secular, we teach maybe not all the religions, but a lot of the religions, because I believe that it is important to teach the religions, because how else are you going to empathize or with people of faith if you don't know much about them? So it's better to be prepared so you can respect another individual's feelings instead of just completely ignorant of it. So we will be going over some religions. We are going to do a Chinese New Year. I don't know if we'll do it at Chinese New Year, probably, because, so we might have to skip and do this sooner, just because to have it timed right. And I have some activities planned. We are going to make lanterns. We are going to do red envelopes. We are going to do a Chinese drum / shaker project that was on Pinterest. We're going to do fake pretend firecrackers, like little tubes where you put like little coins in or something and wrap them up so they look like firecrackers, but they're not actual firecrackers. And then make a dragon puppet of some kind.
I have the best idea.
Ooh.
A blue dragon puppet.
Ooh, blue. Well, red is traditionally the lucky color for China, for the Chinese. And you know what? Your great-grandfather was Chinese. Yeah. Anyway, so now we're going into American civilization, and we're going to talk about the Bering Strait land bridge. I'm going to talk about the 3 different ages: Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age, and the Ice Age is actually at the end of the Stone Age, and that's when the Bering Strait was in existence, and we're going to talk about that. I did get these, which are currently unopened. They are a Safari Limited Prehistoric Life, and it's one by Tube brand, and they have a bunch of little, there's Stone Age people and Stone Age animals and a fire pit and a volcano. So we're gonna play with these when we learn about the Stone Age and the Ice Age and the Bering Strait land bridge.
I just really want to play with these.
I know you do. She can't wait for history, which is, she did not like history when we were trying to do it with preschool, but I'm trying to make it fun. So now we are going to have some sand, and that's what we're going to play. We're going to build them maybe like little ice caves
Or
in the sand. Well, we'll build them some sand things.
Or pyramids.
This is actually also for our Mayan pyramid. This is a sand mold. I got these on sale at Michael's years ago when she was just a little tiny one. And then I was like,
baby.
Perfect! We can just use this when we're talking about the Mayans. Which I'm not there yet in the book, but you'll see. Okay, so that is that. Now, there we are. We are at the Mayans. So now you know that one. I also have some printouts for the Mayans. Let me see what I've got here. Okay. I did write on the back so I know what they were. Mayan calendar. And these were just free printouts. They're from supercoloring.com. Great free resource. And then I believe that that is the only Mayan one. So we're going to do the pyramid, and she's probably will paint it because she's not really a fan of coloring. So we'll do that one. And then we move on to the Aztecs in this book. And for the Aztecs, we are going to do a puppet theater. So I printed off these. And these are Aztec warriors, same place, supercoloring.com. And we are going to color them, paint them, whatever, cut them out, glue them to popsicle sticks, and make a play.
I would say paint them.
I know, you prefer painting. And then there's some animals too. So we got the warriors and some animals, Aztec warriors and animals. Then we move on to the Incas. Now I've got the Inca banner here. And she loves snakes, so I had to print this one out because she loves snakes. Inti, god of the sun. So she'll paint this one in silver and gold. We'll discuss how the Incas had silver and gold.
Like a pattern?
Absolutely, you could do a pattern. Alright, then we're into Columbus and American history. I did get this one, and this is called Columbus Day, so we will be reading this whole thing.
Wow, the whole entire thing?
Yes, the whole entire thing. So we'll be reading this book. I got this one specifically because it was recommended as a culturally sensitive book and age appropriate for grade school. So really I wanted something that displayed Columbus not as a saint like a lot of people here in America do. Portrayed Columbus as a saint, and he was very, very, very far from saintly. Did some terrible things, and his men did some terrible things, and this book doesn't go into great detail on that, but it does mention that he was not the nicest person in the world. And I've got that. And then I also have I also have a lap book that I printed out. I can't remember where it was because I printed this out ages ago. And I've got a ship and then Christopher Columbus. I figured she could cut him out and then maybe glue him somewhere and then maybe write his name underneath. And then the same with the king and queen of Spain. No, they're upside down. And then we've got a map of the world, and then also San Salvador is where we're guessing that Christopher Columbus really landed, so that's why that's in here. And then we're going to move on to the Pilgrims, and we'll discuss the Pilgrims, and I've got a Pilgrim lap book too. And then I've got a pop-up coloring card too. That'll be fun. Okay, so then we're going on to the Lost Colony of Roanoke, the first baby born in, not the first baby, that's like so dumb to say. The first English child born in America. And then Jamestown and the people of Pocahontas. I think we'll probably watch Pocahontas. I know you're too excited to wait. I'm gonna hide them again so that you won't think about them, okay?
Okay.
But let me do the video first, then I'll hide them, and then you won't think about them, and then you'll be surprised. You'll be like, oh, I get to do them finally, Mommy! Yay! Then we will do Pilgrims, and for the Pilgrims, I have this book here. And this is Sarah's New World, and I want to read this to her. I'm hoping that it will go over well because she's not really into chapter books, but by the time we get to it, I think that maybe she'll let me read it. Please, fingers crossed. So that will be, and then, ooh, 13 colonies. Then we're on to 13 colonies. We are going to sew a Betsy Ross 13 Colonies flag. So we're going to get a book out of the library about Betsy Ross or watch a YouTube video, something about Betsy Ross. And then we are going to probably make it out of felt, and she's gonna hand sew on stars and stripes onto a background. It's gonna be so cute. Oh my goodness.
So cute.
And then we're gonna print out a Declaration of the Independence, and we're gonna sign our names. I know it's cheesy, but it's fun, and that's really what my focus is to have something that's fun. Okay, and then I do have a Daniel Boone reader somewhere around here. I'll probably have to hunt it out of one of my many bookcases. And then I know I touched on my feelings on the slavery excerpt here, but I am going to read it. I'm just going to add that what exactly the cruelty of slavery was, which what I was taught probably at a very early age, just like her, she's going to be taught it, is that they sold your family. And that's what slavery was. And I think that that tends to be lost. The gravity of your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your boyfriend or your husband could be sold at any moment. And that's just what I'm going to add to our little blip of slavery, because it's just awful. Awful. And we really need to remember how awful it is so that it never happens again. So then we go on to the American Revolution, it looks like, and a little bit of Benjamin Franklin. I think I'm gonna maybe do like a rundown of Benjamin Franklin's inventions, because we tend to like that sort of thing. And then Shot Heard Around the World, Liberty Bell, Birthday. I don't really have too many things planned for these. So we'll probably just read the book. I did find a Lewis and Clark printable free game at deceptivelyeducationalblogspot.com. It's called Westward Bound board game. I do want to print that out because I think that would be fun. I will have another video on hopefully my new channel called Myriad Game Schooling, which I hopefully will be starting sometime soon. Little Town on the Prairie. We will read this one, hopefully, if she lets me, because she's not into chapter books. I think she will. And if we don't get through the whole thing, that's fine too. And that's it for history. Now, art, we'll just probably read through this. Yeah, listen to music. YouTube's a great resource for all of that. Talk about, yeah, so we'll just go through that, watch some dancing on there and performance arts. Math. Okay, so at the same time that we are doing everything else, we will be doing math.
You're doing great, Mommy.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. For math, we will definitely be doing clocks. Because yes, that is math and science. Math and science really do mush and squish together. So I've got that one, and then I also have this one here. So we'll do both of these. Yeah, well, we've got a lot of games for math. We've got
Skippo and Roll for It and that egg game thing.
Yeah, Robin Eggs.
Robin Eggs.
Yeah, so we've got all of those things for math. And we play them, well, we try to play at least one game a day. Math really is something you have to practice daily. Oh, that's the other thing for math. There is a resource online, I'm not quite sure. It is a Waldorf resource. I have it written down on my computer, which is nowhere near me at this moment. And I'm going to do the math stories in that. And the math stories introducing the numbers. And I really feel like that's something that we need to do. Also, at the very beginning, we are going to do creative form drawing, and this is by Angela Lord. We will start this. I want to do a story. So for these figures here, the lines and the curves, I'm going to write it on the board, our chalkboard over here. And
Yeah, over there.
we're going to have one line be Snow White and one line be Rose Red. And they're going to go through the forest with the green lines.
I think Snow White should be the blue line and Rose Red should be the red line.
I absolutely agree. And then we'll have a green line, and that will be the trees. And they'll be in the forest. And they're going to bend and look for herbs and truffles and lots of great, wonderful things.
Oh, and I think edible mushrooms.
Yes, edible mushrooms too. So that's how I'm going to start the stories. And I might do a couple of videos. Let me know if you want to see that, how I do my form drawing stories. We'll talk about money, so we'll get out some coins and some money and we'll play some money games. I have some printables in my other book for that. Calendar, we do keep a calendar. Well, sort of. We change the months anyway. And then we'll do the sciences. Now we will do the sciences in this book, but mostly it's going to be just reading and that sort of thing. I do have science planned out. Let me see what I've got here. I have a weather unit science planned out. So these are the books I'm planning on using. This is not with the weather unit, but Born with a Bang, book 1, and this is The Universe, Our Cosmic Story. And this is by Jennifer Morgan, illustrated by Dana Lynn Anderson. So this one is about the Big Bang, and I'm super excited about this one. I got it from thriftbooks.com. Great resource to get decent price things, and I'm super excited about that one. So that will probably be the start of our science. We will do, like I said, we're going to start with the literature and then we'll move on to the history. Math is going to be concurrent, and science will be our last chunk of unit. So we'll start off with that one, and then we will move into either our weather unit or our 5 senses unit. It looks like I have the 5 senses unit first, and this is actually from the Core Knowledge website, who are the same people that put out the What Your First Grader Needs to Know books. And this is all free. You just have to put in an email, I think. And so I will be doing the read aloud and all of these things. And then I also, off of Easy Peasy, she had a Taste and Touch black book. So we will be doing that. And then I have here the different activities that I wrote out. I have Read The Courage to Learn, and that is located in the front of this book. It's not in the front of the book anymore. Oh no, is it in the back of the book?
I didn't touch that.
Oh no, it must be, that's okay. We'll figure that out. It's probably in a bookshelf somewhere.
Well, I didn't touch that.
I know you didn't touch that one. Okay, and then I have sight. The sight thing I have is mix up color crayons, cut, print out, and then have her put the colors in light to dark. And then I have the jelly bean taste test, where you taste the different jelly beans and tell me what it looks like, and we write that down. Touch is going to be the mystery box, so I've got some empty tissue boxes that I'm going to fill with interesting things, and she gets to stick her hand in and touch them and tell me what she feels. And then smell, I have spice painting, so all of the spices in my kitchen, like cinnamon and what else? What other spices? Oregano, parsley, I think I have celery seed, onion, garlic, all of those we will have, and we'll smell them and we'll paint them with water. onto a piece of paper. We have this little bag that we got from Amazon. It was such a great deal. Oh my goodness. I think it was like, I want to say it was like $13 for this whole pack of just a ton of instruments. And what I will do to test sound is maybe I will have her, I'll be behind the couch, she'll sit on the couch, and then she'll guess what instrument I am playing. So the musical instruments came in this bag here. And this also can be for, yeah. And there's just so many. Like, I don't think I can even show you all of them. Tambourine. And there's just so many. So we would probably do this for that. A recorder. A triangle. Just so many. So she'll just guess what they are. Castanets. Anyway, we haven't done family band in a long time. We gotta get family banding again.
Yeah.
Our weather unit, and I am going to be using the Core Knowledge printout, and this is from the website Core Knowledge. Again, 100% free, and it's the same ones that do this book. This is the weather unit, so we will do that, this whole thing, and then I also have a weather lap book that we will be doing as well. I'm not sure where oh, look at that, homeschoolshare.com. That's where I printed it out from. So if you want to print out that, you can. I have a few experiments in here that we're going to do. Not a ton, just some stuff about like pressure, like air pressure, that kind of thing. And I have it written out somewhere. All the experiments that we're going to do for that. Water Dance is a book we're going to read. It's just a nice little picture book. And then Storms. The weather on Blackberry Lane. This is kind of silly. Professor Tinkermeister's and the Wacky Whiz Bang Weather Watching Wonder. And this is actually not a real book. It's presented by the Florida Department of Community Affairs, Division of Emergency Management. So it's like prep, hurricane prep, which is, but it's like the illustrations are just adorable. And yeah, I think it's cute. So we'll read that one. Hurricane. Oh, you know what? Trevor from Trinidad, this is going to go in with the geography. And then Riding Out the Storm. She really liked the Magic Treehouse books on audio tape, but we only had 2 of them at the library. So I think she'll actually enjoy this. Twister on Tuesday and Blizzard of the Blue Moon. And both of those I think she's actually going to enjoy as read-alouds. They are for our science unit. Now, I did do a haul on this. This is for the Kinetic Sand. Ugh. I did do a haul on this, and I don't remember who was selling these, but it comes with a scale.
It looks really cool.
And it comes with like 60 of these guys here.
Oh, and there's some on the table.
That's okay. Hey, that is a weight. It doesn't belong in there. Whoops. Oh well, that goes in here. We'll put that in there in a minute. And okay, so I absolutely love these. These have really taught her how to add. We love them. We use them all the time. And you know what? It's been like, I don't know, 6 months at least that we've had these, and we've used them so much. And they're great condition that we needed to add a little bit extra because we don't know how much these weigh.
So that's why we have the weights.
That's why Mama ordered I ordered hexagram weights. It's a set of 54, and You can see that she's already gotten into them.
Yeah.
She just had to play with them right away. They are in grams, so I've got 1 gram, 5 gram, 10 gram, and 20 grams.
We do the big ones first, just to see if it's too heavy or not.
Yeah, see? She's already learning. And this works absolutely perfectly with the scale and weighing these little guys. Okay, so that's that. Now, I do have some extra things for that. Me being... Oh, now Waldorf, there's a thing called math gnomes. Now, I never really figured out how the whole math gnomes things worked, so I made my own math fairies. Because we like fairies, and why not? So let me show you our math fairies. Ooh. Ah! Ooh! So, green is positive. It's the same color scheme as the math gnomes, so it's the same color scheme. So green is plus addition. Purple is the queen, and she is equals. Blue is minus or subtraction.
I love the blue fairy.
Red is division, and yellow is multiplication. I also went ahead and made 2 extra fairies because she's supposed to learn the greater than
And less than.
and less than. See, can you tell we've already used these? We have. But we're going to reinforce greater than and less than symbols where she can actually write the symbols instead of just placing the fairies. I am not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. That's all I can say. But I am kind of a crazy parent. So I went ahead and I took pictures of all of the little caterpillars and leaves. And I created a math sheet. And this is the greater than, less than math sheet that I created. And we are going to use the scale to decide which one is greater than and less than.
And the side.
Now, I also have this one here, and it is solve for weight in grams. So she will pick each individual thing, place it on the scale, woo, woo, and solve in grams. Solve for the weight in grams. And I believe that's it. I hope I'm not being overly ambitious with this. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, any tips, any suggestions, if you like something that you see and you want to use it, and that would be great to hear. Whoa, look at that. Did you just do a greater than and a less than symbol?
Yes.
You are so awesome. High five. Yeah.
Can I take all these fairies now?
Yes, you can take all these fairies.
Will I try some more?
Absolutely. Go for it. Okay. So like, share, and subscribe. If you like these videos, I'm going to be sticking with the homeschool theme on my channel, and that's pretty much the way it's going to be. I'm not really going to focus on sewing or toys, or probably not even crafting. Mostly a homeschool and maybe some books. And then I will be starting my new gaming channel. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on!